another book review. I was like, oh, let me go ahead and pick up a romance, a small town romance book. This felt so much more than just a small town romance book. And this is the story Travis Hale. It's his story and it is written by Mia Sheridan. This is a redemption story, and this is also related to Archer's Voice. This book has so much raw emotions and literally made me giggle, scream, and laugh, and just also want to cry because this is Travis's redemption story. He does go through a lot, but he also causes a lot of trouble. He does some unforgivable things. But this is about his story, about him seeking out for forgiveness for what he did and making amends with his brother Archer. He caused so much trouble between Archer and Archer's story. This is a book about him falling in love, even though he feels like he doesn't deserve it. But he does make a huge grand gesture at the end of the book, and let me tell you, the FMC Haven and her brother Easton, they come into this town, which is Travis's town. I believe Pilion is how you say it. They come into this town, seeking just some peace because they also have a story. They had and suffered a loss that had to do with the fire, and ever since they've been running, they've been going to town, and somehow they end up in Travis's town. The way Haven and Travis meet is just so cute. It's no like big great meet cute, it's just really a small cute meetup, and they experience this sort of chemistry, but they both tell themselves like, hey, this isn't what I'm seeking for, this isn't what I'm wanting, because Travis does get cheated on, and Haven, she suffered such a great loss, it's not what she's looking for, and she also has a huge crush on somebody else. So they do make a little like deal. Travis will help her seek out the guy that she really, really wants to go on a date on. And in return, she helps Travis with revenge because his girlfriend cheated on him with Haven's brother, Easton. So that is a big scandal. I just love that setting, that plot within the story. But you get the raw emotions from the brother Easton. You get raw emotions from Travis, like a great deal. You see him second guessing himself. You see him wanting and longing and yearning for Haven in such a unconditional way. And you also hear and see his thoughts. You get that raw emotion from Travis that I appreciated so much, because in this redemption story, you kind of get where he's coming from, and you kind of see like, okay, he was a huge asshole in Archer's Voice in that book, but in here you kind of see him redeeming himself, seeking for forgiveness, and also earning that love that he does deserve. And I loved this book. Probably an unpopular opinion, but I loved this book way more than Archer's Voice. Travis's story, I really, really connected with Haven. I really connected with Travis and their love and their unconditional love for each other. And just seeing those raw emotions come from them, I just really loved this story overall. And I highly, highly recommend reading this after Archer's Voice. But Mia Sheridan really made sure that you feel his emotions, you understand what he went through, and the relationship he had with his dad, I understand 100%. You feel like your dad left and you have no connection and he didn't pick you. You really see what Travis goes through and what he's thinking about the situation that happened with his dad. And you see all the stuff his mother put him through and what his mother does and manipulates Travis. And he was just a little boy. Archer and Travis were just too young and they didn't deserve to be in the situation at all. And you see two different perspectives of it, and you see two different ways of who they become. And I just really, really love and appreciate what Mia Sheridan wrote for Travis Hale's story. And just on side note, if you read the story and you meet Batty Betty and you meet Bert, their love is so cute, and it really teaches Travis what love means and how you connect with that person. And he finds himself connecting with Haven in a way and completes her in a way. So that is what Haven and Travis are to each other. They complete each other where they need each other most. You also get the town's love and forgiveness as well. And I just love that. This story reminded me so much of The Heart of Dixie. That story was just, that show is so awesome. It takes place in Alabama, and this takes place in a small town, and they have meetings, they have town meetings, and that just reminded me a lot of The Heart of Dixie, because they always have small town meetings when it comes to forgiveness, when it comes to the well-being of those townspeople. But I highly, highly recommend Travis Hale's story. This redemption story is so worth it, so good. I just fell in love with Travis and Archer Hale's story and their love and their past in the town. I absolutely fell in love, but I highly, highly recommend this story 100%. But yeah, thank you guys for listening to my little book review to Mia Sheridan's second book, Travis, that has to do, and it is related to Archer Hale. Archer Hale's story, Archer's voice. So this is just a perfect story. You do get an epilogue, a bonus chapter, I call it, because it does fast forward a few in the future, and I just loved this book so much. It filled me with so much joy. It is a fast read. It is 300 plus pages, but it is such a good story. Beautiful cover, but thank you, Mia Sheridan, for allowing me to read this book and this redemption story. I loved it so, so, so much. But yeah, guys, highly, highly recommend and really wish you guys read this book. It is totally worth it, 100%. But thank you guys for listening to my book review, and bye!